Let me tell you about the time my dog met two very special boys. You see, my dog Liam was very unique. He was a Bernese mountain dog, and they're not very common in Oklahoma. If you've ever seen one, you know they're big and happy, and most of the time they're clumsy. But when they're around small children, suddenly they become very gentle and very careful and very cautious. It's like some nurturing guardian instinct kicks in and they become a very different, very vigilant dog. Liam and I had been in the pet therapy program at our university for only about 6 months when we volunteered to serve at a Coaches vs. Cancer event. It's an event where children who are battling cancer, along with their families, come to the basketball arena to play sports, meet players and coaches, and generally try to forget what they're dealing with, if only for a little while. It's an event that would be very different from what we're used to. A normal event would be us surrounded by noisy, excited college students all rushing up to meet Liam. For this event, we arrived early to a quiet entryway and soon found ourselves timidly approached by a small girl. She is enamored with Liam, and I could tell she had no fear of dogs. Her little brother, on the other hand, was clinging to the wall. It was clear he was not at all comfortable with any of the pups in the room, but it helped that his sister had no problem petting a large mound of fur like Liam. Inching his way towards us, the young boy finally got close enough to reach his hand out to Liam, and immediately he was sniffed and licked by this big black dog. Within about 30 seconds, he was sitting in my lap, only inches away from this thing he feared so much only moments before, posing for pictures and petting my dog like they were long-lost pals. The boy and his sister moved on to the other distractions of the entryway, and Liam and I began greeting the many guests as they came in. The noise and excitement in the lobby began to grow, and I could see it was beginning to affect Liam. He started panting more, and his tail started wagging excitedly with the growing number of children energizing him. I noticed a family enter the doors and make their way through the balloons and cheerleaders and Joe and Buffy, and a boy of about 6 or 7 was being pushed in a stroller. IV lines ran from his arms to equipment in the back. The crowd noise continued to get Liam more and more excited. For a split second, I worried what will happen if my happy and hyper 125-pound dog goes barreling into this child, but before I knew it, Liam was eagerly walking towards him. He was somehow aware of the delicate situation this boy was in, and he gently sniffed the boy's legs. Now, I always carried Liam's food in my pocket, and in this instance, I asked the boy's parents if he would like to feed Liam, explaining that doing so can result in very slobbery hands. They both nodded their heads, and I gave the boy a few of Liam's kibbles. Now, I can't count the number of times Liam had accidentally bitten me when I tried to feed him treats. Thankfully, that didn't happen here. Liam, I guess knowing the condition of things, gently licked the treats out of the young boy's hand. Over and over again, the boy fed Liam treats. A broad smile crept across the boy's face as he held out his now slobbery hand, and I tried my best to keep from sobbing. I didn't do a very good job. I don't know if Liam had any impact on those boys' lives that day, but I sure know they had an impact on mine. And remember who was terrified of dogs at the beginning of the story? Well, look who just loves dogs now.